time is it, Bremerton? It's time for another edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast. I'm going to tell you about Eldon's Cleaners and how it's closing after 34 years of being in Bremerton, along with 5 total stories that you just got to know about happening in Bremerton this week. Welcome back to this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast, sponsored by the Admiral Theater. Story number 1 today is Eldon's Cleaners right behind me. It's been operating for 34 years, but on Saturday it will close down for good. I talked with Che Cho, who is an immigrant from South Korea who opened this business more than 3 decades ago, about what he'll miss most.
Our customers, they know us, and this is really nice.
Why is now the time that you've decided to close down the business?
First person, my family is that my daughter is, second baby is coming, and then business is, a little bit slow down too.
I'm really sad that they're closing. Like, they get our stuff done in a timely manner, like really fast, and they always do a great job.
Story number 2 on the Bremerton Beat Blast this week is that Bremerton was blasted with a snowstorm on Monday. Commerce ground to a halt here in Kitsap County. Kids were out of school nearly everywhere and continue to be out of school on this fine Tuesday. You certainly took advantage of the snow day here in Bremerton. I saw people cross-country skiing. I saw amazing snowmen being built, including this majestic gym at the corner of 11th and Warren Avenue. Wow, this thing is huge and was constructed by students of engineering at Olympic College. I even saw a Tyrannosaurus Rex. It appears that rain is in the forecast and temperatures are going to get back up into the 50s, so don't expect the snow to last much longer. Story number 3 on the Bremerton Beat Blast this week. You probably saw the story in the Kitsap Sun this past week that Councilwoman Leslie Daugs got arrested in Washington, D.C. during a confirmation hearing for Jeff Sessions, the pick for Attorney General in the Trump administration. Now, Leslie has a few regrets about how things went down in Washington, D.C., but one thing she does not regret is that she believes she was standing up for those that she represents who do not have a voice.
I can honestly say I appreciate our police department and everything they do a little bit more, and I've seen how they work full circle, shall I say. My goal was not to dishonor the city in any way, the school district that I work for. Mine was to be a voice for people who do not speak up. The response has been interesting because I've got a lot of people that have praised me, thanked me for what I've done, especially those who know me. People who do not know me, of course, weren't very positive about it. It wasn't my finest hour, and I had a consequence to my actions, and I'm willing to step forward and accept whatever happens.
Story number 4 on the Bremerton Beat Blast this week. The USS Turner Joy Museum ship left the downtown Bremerton Harbor this past week to go into dry dock. It only goes into dry dock once every 15 years to get its underbelly scrubbed, and it needed an underbelly scrub. The ship will also be painted, and in about a month's time, it will be tugged back to Bremerton so it can once again be a museum ship. The Vietnam-era destroyer draws about 40,000 visitors to the Bremerton waterfront each and every year. And finally, story number 5 on the Bremerton Beat Blast this week is a postcard from Nathan Adrian, our star Olympic swimmer who lives in the Bay Area of California, happened to go to Oakland Coliseum this past week to take in a game of the Golden State Warriors, who were playing the Charlotte Hornets. Now, who is on the Charlotte Hornets but Marvin Williams? Marvin Williams and Nathan Adrian both graduated from Bremerton High School, and I'd say few people represent the city of Bremerton as well as those two individuals. That's going to do it for this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you again next Tuesday.